Can we find out when a tornado is coming? Is there any warning? Scientists from the National Weather Service constantly gather weather information in the United States and around the world. If weather conditions indicate that several storms or tornadoes are likely to occur, they then issue a weather advisory bulletin. This is broadcast on radio and television as well as on the internet. If they issue a weather warning, that means a tornado is on its way, and people should seek safety at once. There are other ways to determine if a tornado is on its way. You can look around for certain signs. If clouds move rapidly in a circular pattern towards one part of the sky, that could mean a tornado is coming. If leaves or branches are suddenly pulled skyward, that too could forecast a tornado. A rolling sound coming closer and closer may indicate an approaching tornado. A peculiar silence after a rainstorm or objects dropping from the sky are also signs of a tornado. 1분 2초.
What was Karen Williams doing on March 22nd, 1998?
March 22nd, 1998, in a small town in the United States, Karen Williams was driving a school bus filled with children home from school.
What did the children start screaming?
The children in the back of the bus started screaming, "It's coming after us! It's coming after us!"
What did Karen see in the mirror?
A huge dark column of wind seemed to be chasing the bus up the road.
Did the twister continue up the road?
Yes, the twister continued up the road.
What did Mary hear?
She heard a huge roar like an oncoming train.
What could Mary see in the sky from her bed?
She was looking into the sky. The roof of her house had been blown away.
What is a tornado?
A tornado is a huge swirling column of wind attached to a thundercloud on top and touching the earth at the bottom.
How fast can a tornado travel?
The tornado can travel forward at speeds of up to 60 miles an hour. That's 100 kilometers per hour.
Who invented the tornado rating system?
This rating system was invented by a Japanese scientist named Seattle Fujita.
What is an F5 tornado capable of doing?
An F5 tornado is capable of moving a house from its foundation or hurling automobiles into the air and uprooting trees.
Okay. How many people did the F5 tornado of 1925 kill or injure?
It killed 695 people and injured 2,027 people.
How many tornadoes strike the United States each year?
In the United States alone, tornadoes strike 600 to 700 times each year.
Where do tornadoes form?
Tornadoes form along the line where cool, dry air meets warm, humid air.
Okay. What is the narrow line of thunderclouds called?
This line of thunderclouds is called a square line.
What happens when the warm, humid air rises rapidly?
When the warm, humid air rises extremely rapidly, as this air rises, more warm air rushes in to replace it. This new air rises rapidly and in some cases begins to rotate. The rotating air then forms into a tornado or twister.
Is the lighting associated with tornadoes brighter and bluer than regular lightning?
Yes, it is brighter and bluer than regular lightning.
What do scientists from the National Weather Service constantly do?
Scientists from the National Weather Service constantly gather weather information in the United States and around the world.
What do they do if weather conditions indicate severe storms or tornadoes are likely to occur?
If weather conditions indicate that several storms or tornadoes are likely to occur, they then issue a weather advisory bulletin.
What could it mean if clouds move rapidly in a circular pattern?
If clouds move rapidly in a circular pattern towards one part of the sky, that could mean a tornado is coming.
Where is the safest place to be during a tornado?
The safest place to be is in a storm cellar or basement.
What should people do in the basement?
Inside the basement, people should crouch under a table on the side of the room from which the tornado is approaching.
What should you do if there isn't a basement?
In a building that has no basement, one should lie flat under a table or a bed on the ground floor, away from the windows.
What should you do if you are outside when the tornado comes?
If you're outside when a tornado strikes, lie flat in a ditch or ravine.
Have death from storms diminished in the past 50 years?
Yes, in the past 50 years, death and injuries from tornadoes have diminished.
What are storm chaser members qualified to do?
They are qualified to drive close to a tornado without being killed by the storm.
How can they predict the path of the tornado?
This makes it possible to know the route of a twister and predict its ongoing path.
What do the tremendous force of tornadoes do?
The tremendous force of tornadoes makes us feel humble.
What do they show us?
They show us the awesome strengths of nature and remind us that there are still many aspects of nature that we human beings cannot control.